Welcome to Caching Waves. This is an Elliott Wave update for DOGWIFHAT. I'm out on the daily on CoinX. As you can see, we have our wave 1 and 2 in blue. We have our wave 1 and 2, 3 in green. My point of view is we're getting a fourth wave pullback and then our fifth wave up for our third in blue. Currently not in this trade whatsoever. I closed it at 165. And right now waiting for the correction. Now there is an alternative, and I will show you that on the smaller time frames, but as of right now, waiting for this fourth wave. I'm going to have to track it to see how big of a correction we get. We might just come just past the 236, even potentially on linear, which wouldn't come back that far, maybe at the lowest like 131. So I'm going to be tracking this one pretty closely because this is going to be a nice trade to the upside if this is as bullish as labeled here. One thing that's neat, if you look at my time fib I always use, I took from wave 1 off the 2 in time, and we reached the 1.618 extension, just past it in price, and we're right at the 1.618 extension in time. So yeah, pretty neat. That's why I always project that. I like to see where we're at that time. More of a guideline than anything, but I find it very helpful. So we'll see if we get a pullback here and maybe just hit off our median line. Hard to say. We'll have to be tracking this in real time. So I'm going to go over down to the 15-minute on just this candle, and I'll show you the alternative where we're potentially quite bullish. I'll clean up the chart a little bit, but I still want to leave all the labeling on just for the alternative. So we have potentially a pretty extended fifth that came to the 1-to-1 extension of 1 through 3 off the fourth. That's an extended fifth, and that's in red. You can see there at 173. That was the 1-to-1. Most common target, if we're getting extended fifth, is from 1 through 3 is the 618, then the 1-to-the-1, then the 1.618, which is way up there at 336. So as of right now, anticipating a correction, we did make a slightly higher high here after our completed count. I believe this is the correct count in the 5-wave pattern where we had a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, triangle 4, 5 for our third, quick fourth, and a diagonal to end our fifth. That's why I got out here up at 165. I saw a potential top in. Now since there, we haven't gotten much of a correction. Now this can change very quickly. We can get a combination where this is a 3, 3, come down for 5 for an A wave, come up for a B, come down for our C, like so. It does not look impulsive. It's clearly a 3-wave overlap pattern, so I do expect it to come to the downside. The only thing I'm considering if this gets bullish is how deep this retracement is. Because if we just come to this fourth wave, this previous fourth wave, and we start to reverse from this area and make new highs, then I have a different count, and I'll explain what that is. So first of all, if this is a 5-wave complete, this is why I use my time fibs, we would expect to correct as a guideline till next Sunday, most likely, and as late as a few days after that. There's no date on there, but this is the area we want it to correct there. The 236 to the 382 in this time frame. So if we come down, come up, right, grind down, we're in my zone, we have a nice completed correction, that's where I'd consider buying. Now, if we just come down, pop up, come down in this zone, and then we break a high, I would actually relabel this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to the upside. That's how I would change my labeling, how quickly this correction happens. So I'm watching it very closely. I'm gonna have my alarm set and everything like that. Now, I wouldn't buy in this area myself personally, not financial advice, just what I would do. But if we come to this area, it looks like we're complete and we start like getting impulsive, I might buy the breakout, stop at the previous pivot low. Not as good an entry as I'd like to get, but that's the only way I would enter that because I need a hard stop. So in that scenario, this would be a truncation. If you remember, I relabeled it, and we'd have our, from this level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would be a 1, 2, very short, I mind you. And this would be a 1, 2. So it would go against most guidelines. That's why I'm not expecting it, but I wanted to at least show you that scenario. So yeah, looking for it to correct till at least Sunday-ish. It can finish before then, and I will make sure to track it because I am very interested in getting another entry in here. I know I got a question if someone said, are you planning on re-entering? Absolutely. Yeah, in fact, the next move might be better than this one if we really get impulsive. So very, very much expecting to get into this. Shortly. As you can see, that's what we're looking for. Fourth wave. Might be on linear. We'll have to see how it pans out. It'd be nice if we just drift sideways, even in like some sort of flat, because that way it would switch our bias that we are as bullish as we are considering. All right, guys, that's it for DOGWIFHAT. Hope that was helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.